Hey everybody, this is Andy Scott again, bringing you the next installment in our series of training videos on the new medic reporting registry. In this video, we're going to talk about dashboard pages. Like we talked about in the login and landing page video, the landing page is your starting point for all of your access to your data within the medic registry reporting interface. In order to get to a specific quality initiative's data, you need to click on the icon that goes along with that quality initiative. So in this example, we're going to click on CT for suspected pulmonary embolism. After you've clicked on the icon on the landing page, you're going to be taken to what we call the dashboard page for your particular quality initiative. I'm going to start with a disclaimer and say that this is all fake data that's entered into this demonstration video. All stuff that Katie and Carrie just put in kind of random answers to get data to look at. So this is no particular site's data. On your dashboard page, you're going to have two main displays. A simple trend line at the top showing a period of time along your x-axis and a performance along your y-axis with a trend line connecting those. And then at the bottom, you're going to see a trend table that shows the actual numerators and denominators for each time period, and then a grand total at the end. So this is the same data that's displayed in the trend. All right, let's take a little look at the filters along the right side here. The first one is the facility name filter. If you happen to work somewhere where you have access to more than one site, you can click on here and get your choices. So if it's all, this is the data that displays on the left is going to combine all the sites you have access to. Or you can pick a particular one. So if you are at, say, the Beaumont system and want to see just Beaumont Troy, you can click down to Beaumont Troy, or you can select all to see all the Beaumont systems or all the Beaumont hospitals combined. The next filter are some demographic filters. So these are relatively straightforward, and the first one is age. You can slide the age bar left and right and basically choose any age range that you want. You'll notice after you slide these, the graph will change and the table will change. So these are dynamic filters. So if you want to know what is your PE performance on 18 to 35 year olds, you can slide it to 18 to 35 and the data adjusts. If you want to know what is your age performance on 65 and above, slide that up to 65 and you get a different set of data. Or just pull it down to the ends to see all. The next set of filters are the diagnostic filters. So again, this is particular for pulmonary embolism, but there'll be a similar set of filters for whichever initiative you're looking at. So for D-dimer, you select the little arrow here and you can say, was the D-dimer performed? All, no, or yes. So if you deselect all, now you'll see you have no data in the graph or the table because you didn't answer any of the questions. So if you want to just know what does your data look like for patients who did not have a D-dimer performed, check no, the data updates. If you want to know what it looks like for patients who did have a D-dimer performed, select that and you'll get your data. And if you want to go back to all, click all and it selects all for you. Another filter on this set for the PE, the diagnostic filter, is your D-dimer positive. So do you want to know, was the D-dimer considered positive? So again, same thing, select all, unselect all, and there's no data. If you want to know just what was your diagnostic yield on patients that the D-dimer was positive, you can see that the data adjusts. So kind of like I think what we might expect in this data, 27% total diagnostic yield if the D-dimer was positive, and that goes down to 19% in the grand total here if the D-dimer was negative. Combine the two together and your combined number is 22% diagnostic yield on the D-dimer. So again, I want to point out that these are all dynamic filters. So every time you change something, your data in your graph changes and your data in your table changes. Set of filters to look at are the date filters. As you'll see here, there are two different types of date filters you can choose. You can choose a P for P year. If you click on that, that's going to change. You're going to get this drop down that you can choose a P for P year. Now remember that P for P years are November 1st of one year till October 31st of the next year. And the date number that you'll see is the year that has most of the year in it. So if it's, for example, the 2018 P for P year is November 1st of 2017 through October 31st of 2018. So Carrie and Katie didn't enter any data for 2018, so there's nothing in there. But if you come down to the 2021 P for P year, we'll get back to that same data that we had. So these are just kind of preset chunks that if you want to see how you did in a previous year total, you can check that. If you're more interested in a specific date range that you have a particular interest in, you can click this date range button, and then that is going to activate these visit start date and visit end dates down here. So if I only want to know about how did we do in, let's say, February of 2021. So click all the way forward to get to February 2021. We'll do February 1st, 2021 through February 28th of 2021, and your data updates. So when you have a monthly x-axis on your chart, you're just going to get a data point. Since you've restricted the time period so much, but you'll have the same data in your table here. So your grand total or your monthly total February 2021 matches your grand total because you only have 1 month in there. So again, just to refresh, with the date filters, you have 2 options: P for P year or select your own dates. And you have to have clicked the right button. So if you click in P for P year and you go in and change the dates here, nothing is going to happen because you haven't selected it the right way. Whereas again, if you're on date range here, then you go try to change the P for P year, again, nothing will happen because you've got the wrong type of filter set for your date ranges. And that's your basic orientation to the dashboard page.